Okay, so hello guys and welcome to this episode 5 now of In Hindsight, I think it is. Thank you all so much for the feedback once again. I've upped the master volume a bit now as that was suggested, so you guys can hopefully just turn down the sound a bit if it's too loud, as that is easier than having to turn the sound all the way up. The audio problems have also been fixed and I need to actually do this real fast. I hope you guys bear with me. So as we do that, 1 second. Alright, there we go. I'm playing Terra in this game. I'm gonna start with Watcher's Gift, and I'm gonna start with 4 health pots, boots 1 here, meditation, and 1 mana pot. We're playing against the Medusa and the Amaterasu, which is one of the strongest ones you can get right now, so we can't really fight them, so what we're gonna look for here is to poke and back out with the Terra 2. However, I do get a bit too far up towards the armor, so it ends up pretty bad for us. This trade is, the initial trade is fine, now we just have to chill a bit. So Terra has really good low 1, but Amaterasu is just pretty much unbeaten at low 1. So if you go a bit too far up and take like an unnecessary damage right here, it's fine to play a bit up on her. So what I'm gonna look to do here is I'm gonna just stun Dama, take some unnecessary minion damage. So this whole sequence is a bit unnecessary, I guess you could say. So this is a game 1 against Vote and Bladies. So as you can see here, we're gonna try and go and contest the purple. They don't go for the purple, we just go and take the smalls of red. So we're just gonna back out here and go for our own buff. So I'm just drinking some tea right now, having a good time. So hopefully you guys can bear with me if I stop speaking for a while. Well, not a while, a small bit. So right here, nothing much to do. We can't really contest them doing that to our buffs right here. So I'm just holding, not knowing whether to get my dash or my free. As you guys can see down here, I was holding it for a bit. But I'm just gonna go ahead and get my free. My dash doesn't really do too much. And this is pretty fine for us anyway. So Amaterasu started with meditation as well, boots, multi-potch actually, which is not too bad on armor, but I like going mana potions. On that, as you guys can see my armor video, where I like explain a lot on Amaterasu. Also, this is like gonna be the first video I think where it's like the same guard twice. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my abilities in this buff right here. We're just going for purple because we know they can't really go here because that's to secure the wave. So we're gonna go ahead get Oreos as well. And as you guys know, Oreos are the oracles, and then we're gonna go ahead and grab the red buff here. So just securing our jungle, making sure they can't rotate in here, see that they're gonna go and push us out, so we're just gonna take the safe way around. There's no real reason for us to like go in there and fight them. It's not like we missed any minions anyway, we're gonna lose some gold. But avoid losing some gold here with taking the last hit. It's okay for me to take the last hits there and do some Watcher's gold, because we would have lost the gold if I would not done that. So it's a power shot. So as you guys can see right now, we're just kind of boxing out. They are gonna hit level 5 before us because they got their own buff and decisive war camp. So we need to be really aware of that. And because we don't really have anything to do right now, we're actually gonna go and take the back camps, just as their duo lane is doing as well. So as you can see, we could maybe have pushed hard and then gone to the back camp, but we didn't know if they would hide. And if they got like 1 or 2 minutes, they could have killed us. The Medusa Amaterasu is really scary. So I'm just gonna pop my mana potions just to make sure I have mana for my ult when I'm gonna get my ult here. So right now I could back. I think I'm gonna go for the tank boots this game again, just because they have a 4-ball, they have a Amaterasu stun, they have a root, they have a Kebrakin, really good too there, mostly that's well played. So I have my ult now, call out to a team, buy ult is up guys. So the objective is pretty much just gonna be to like kinda wait for them to go on us and then get a really good counter initiation with a good jungle immunity, Terra ult, maybe get a rotation in. So as you guys can see, I'm gonna go ahead and get 2 wards. I'm just always kinda getting 2 normals in the start. There's no need for me to really get a D ward. It's very unlikely that I'm gonna find one of their wards, as you ward kinda awkward in the start, like you put it in non-normal positions. So yeah, right here we're just kinda chilling in mid. Got my tank boots. I'm trying going for the exact same, getting tank boots. Just making sure that the minions don't go into tower right here, using my double dash. So right here I see they place 2 wards, so instantly call out. Guys, they have 2 wards here. If we place a D ward here, this is really good for us. So Prime's gonna place the ward, and we're gonna go ahead and take those 2 wards fairly soon. So right here I'm just kinda chilling, knowing that 4's around speed. I'm gonna rotate in here and just try and get some poke on the 4. I could have maybe gone a bit deeper here, but I am a bit scared here, so I'm just gonna place up the 2. So if Amaterasu ults me in that situation, when they go really hard for me, the 2 is gonna block out her ult. Like, it won't hit me if I stand behind my wall. So just secure own speed, no reason not to here. Wondering if we can gank the Bracken right here is really low. Possibly we could have done it here. He didn't have any wards, so in hindsight we could have maybe gone really deep for him here with the Terra, but he is playing really far back. I'm looking for it as well, but get called out that we can't really do it. So our buffs are up here. They're actually gonna go ahead and making grouping for it. We get it called out. I'm a bit far away since I went left, so I see 4 hammer down, so I know that could be one of my possible targets. So I'm gonna go in here with the Chang'e, leads to buff for the wall. So what we're gonna do now is we wanna try and secure yours. I believe we're gonna get both here. And we're gonna get both, and we know Amaterasu dashes down, so I'm just gonna go in a bit. Sadly we backed off. I think that could have been at least a 4th Amaterasu ult, which would have been very good. So again, right here, awareness for me, getting the 2 wards, which is so much worth it for us to just place the D ward there. So 4's ulting, we didn't see this sadly. So Amaterasu actually gets walled off by the 4 wall, as you guys can see. So we're just gonna go in here, great block. Since my freeze down right now, I can slow the Amaterasu with my basic attacks. And we're gonna be able to pick up the Amaterasu. Right here should have maybe gone for the Scylla and left, but I'm just gonna go for the 4. Make sure we get the kill here, guaranteed. Pretty much. Could have taken it with my 2, but just gonna make sure that Maniac gets fed. So we got 2 kills here. Pretty good for us. So I'm gonna back. I'm gonna get my Vanguard. I'm gonna start buying D-wards now, as you guys can see. Pretty much this is what I do on my second back, where I almost always get Vanguard. You wanna start getting D-wards as gold concession with walls around. This is gonna be a big point. Around the second buff spawn here. Or third buff spawn, sorry. So we're actually gonna pause the game here as Nate lags out a bit, and it's quite a long pause, so I'll just skip through it a bit. So as you can see, Amaterasu is going for the same build as me. Other noticeable things, we have a lot of actually health chalices right here on the board. And I guess you can say why we won that fight really was because Sad for the 4, he got a really good wall because it's done pretty prime as well, but Amaterasu couldn't really go on me since that happened. So this is like couldn't ult me up. Maybe I would not have died, maybe I would have, we don't know. But yeah. I had my med up and had my ult on me and my 3 down, so it would have been really close for me dying or not dying. But it was a nice try for them to kill me and bad awareness for me to play so far up along the mid. So I'm just gonna go up here, see if any of the buffs are up, kinda chill around here, just take a nice walk around here. So as Nate back, I'm just gonna try and rotate back in towards mid. Our goal right now is just to chill. We just need to wait a bit for the Amaterasu to fall off a bit so she doesn't take like half of Prime's health right now. Also, as you guys can see, Prime is pretty weak since he doesn't have full boots. I believe he's gonna back for that now after him doing the back cam here. So right here again, I see Amaterasu, or not Medusa, sorry. Amaterasu, Medusa placing the wards. I'm just gonna ping out guys to have a ward here, ping twice again. Okay, so we know we can't gank through that spot if that becomes relevant. Again, looking right here, thinking my Amaterasu ult is not up. Just making sure to know what you want to wait for is my Amaterasu ult, and then we can possibly look for invades or any fights again, as we have a small lead right now. So Prime is gonna back, get full Dynasty Plate helmet, that's gonna help us quite a bit. Twig is gonna start up his Bancroft, question mark, whatever that's gonna be. Could be a Pyfax as well. I actually didn't see what it was. So right now our lead is on a jungler, so we should be playing around the Twig as he's 2 levels ahead. So that's why you're gonna see him play so much around the mid rather than duo, where I just want Ataraxia to farm up a bit as he's behind. So I'm just gonna place my 2 down here. We get one of the camps, which is okay I guess against the Scylla damage. So we know that the Aria is gonna come up, so we're gonna try and get this. But 4 persons are there, so there's actually no way you're gonna contest it. They have decent wards on us as well. So right now not a lot is happening. We're just farming up quite a bit. Nothing else really you can do at this stage of the game. Keeping that rabbit going, so we see 4 get pings out. We know that 4 man left jungle, so we're actually quite scared what they could do here. I do see the D-ward here left. I see them warding, so I know they're around there. Calling out that 4 could building left. Just gonna place my 3 up here. Just to make sure they can't really go in on me, because I would have been able to double dash if Amaterasu would have maybe dashed in. Gonna go for the stun on Scylla, not gonna get it. So realize they're gonna go pretty deep here, really good immune. Scylla ult misses as well, and they're gonna go hard. I'm kinda looking at Prime, because I know the 4's gonna dunk. So I'm actually gonna walk into the 4 dunk myself. Actually, the Scylla rules my 1 as well. Pretty rough. Get a really big stun, a lot of damage here. So one thing we have right now in advantage is that we have our med up and they don't have med up, but we're still pretty healthy, so if we get a good bait here we could do something with the med rotation. So yeah, pretty decent Terra ult there just to force them out. So we should look for right here is a fight. I believe like we could go up here, but we're not gonna go fight. I think we still got both mid camps there. Just gonna go mid. Say Prime, stay here bro. Go for the still actually gonna hit the wall. Or not. I guess I remembered wrong. So what I wanna look for this game is I probably wanna get some physical defense. As you can see the fat guy in that team right now is EmilZy, and Dragon's gonna be a bit irrelevant for me right now. I know he does a lot of damage, but he's not gonna be going on me. So I'm gonna go straight into the sovereignty. This right here is a pretty cool trick you wanna do every time you go out of base. You place your 2 up or your 3 up, and then you just dash through. Although you want to make sure it doesn't hit the Titan, because then the wall is gonna die or like expire or whatever. As you guys might know, with like Odin cages on objectives or Cabrakan or whoever has walls like 4 and her or whatever it could be. So this right here is a really big misplay. I had my wards in the wrong hotkeys. Whoops. So instead of placing the D-ward, I actually placed my normal ward, and then I realized, well, I'm just gonna D-ward as well, because it's gonna be bad if I just give them free gold. So rather just make sure to D-ward that, because if they would have gotten that ward for free and then I D-warded it, that would have been a 50 gold gain for them. And if they've been that D-warded on now, it would have been a 100 gold gain regardless. So it doesn't really matter, but that's pretty bad warding for me here, not recognizing they're different. So we're gonna look for the fight here, I think. Play a bit fast. Just make sure we get the mid camps once again. We know 4 hammers down right now, so we kind of want to look for the fight here. Although Anna and Attractor did back right now, so it's not too certain we could go in. Just setting up around gold here. We have a really strong gold fight right now. We have 2 level 12 on Chang'e here. I think Chang'e actually did go for bad cross. Okay. Amaterasu is going for Silver Talisman. I think she's gonna do my build this game, where she goes Silver Talisman 2, and then she goes straight into the Shield of Free Growth. That was weird. I guess you can get invited while you're watching replays. Sorry about that. That might be a bit loud for you guys. So we're gonna look for the EmilZy here. I'm gonna place my 3 over the wall, and then 3 sadly the Impale doesn't connect. Still gonna stun the EmilZy, but we can't really do anything. So we're just gonna clear out the wave. We're kinda scared of fall right now, that's why I'm like juking weird, but he was actually not around, he was in right. Moranic also managed to pick up the tower, so good job to Joe. So I'm gonna back here, as you guys can see again, I have 820 gold, I can buy my full sub, and I can buy my D-ward and get out of base with as the least amount of possible gold as the least amount of gold possible. There you go, I said it correctly, finally. And that's just what you want to do the whole time, so that's what I do. So I'm just gonna come back now. We have a really good power spike right here. We have the surf right now. Over them they don't really have anything. So we kind of want to look to force the gold. That's why you see us rotate over here. Cabrakan is gonna show up in mid now though. So I think we're gonna call this off. And if I remember correctly, I'm not really taking too much damage. We know 4's ulting right now. It actually gets called out. So we're pretty scared for that. Get a double stun there. I'm gonna ult here for mid, since I see Cabrakan getting low, 4 stunning as well. So I'm just gonna beeline right here. What I should have done right here is maybe turned more towards Nate. But I'm just gonna go ahead, root out there. Like you saw me how much space I created between or and her with that 3, and we're just gonna kill. Gonna go ahead and kill that guy. The Amaterasu, since the dash was down and her ult was done. Gonna try and go for the gold fee here, they're pretty dope. No, they can't really get in here and contest it to make sure Maniac gets out safe here as well. Just gonna go up there. He almost solos him, he's such a beats man. So right here the call is, can we get Portal Demon as well? I think the right call right here would have been to back out. And Maniac is a bit too far out. It does end up getting out though. So we're just gonna go ahead and get this speed buff instead. Although Maniac is actually finally gonna dive here. Die I guess. So we're just gonna get the speed off. I'm just waiting with my 2 here. Gonna secure it. I even didn't think I secured it. So Zeus is getting pretty dived by Cabracken, so I'm just gonna go ahead, help him out here. As you guys can see, my med is up right now. Gonna actually root into that. Pretty poor. Looking for the 2 there if he would have kept chasing. Gonna start Amaterasu, so we're gonna look for Amaterasu here. Really good poke. I still have my med, so call it to my team guys. I still have med. We should look for this Portal Demon right now. 4 gets really low. Really nice on the kill. So right here the right call probably would have been for Prime to come in here, grouped up for a meditation right here, and we probably could have gotten this with the Securious. Instead, Twig goes way deep, and we need to kill the Amaterasu here off this. Portal Demon gets really low as well. And Amaterasu does go down, we pull Fire Giant. And this is just a really long sequence of fighting right here. Juke out the Scylla one. And we're gonna go for the Portal Demon finally. I don't even think we're gonna get it this time. It's called out that we don't have too good Shakira on it. So we're just gonna ult in here, go for the Cabracken. Pretty good juke by him there though, to go the other way. So we're not gonna end up getting the kill. And instead of going for Portal Demon right here, as I would have liked, we just decide to back off, which probably is the right call as well. So 2 important things I want to point out first off was in the initial fight on left. As we just farm up right here, you can see I want to wait for level 12. I don't want to back before level 12, because I can get my second relic. It's really bad if I have to back 1 more time. So I'm just gonna go up, overstay a bit. But 2 really important points. The first one was how I created room for Ataraxia. So he got Amy ulted, but I made sure Medusa and Scylla couldn't follow in, as they were like getting separated by my root. Since I used my 3 and my 1 there, so it just made a lot of room for him as stunning the Amy out as well. So making sure he was safe, and then we could pick up the Amaterasu. The other point I want to make is how the Terra ult was held. As there goes a fight down in mid, they're actually gonna end up killing the 4 somehow. I don't know how this happens. Guess a good jungle ult gets him. But holding the Terra ult there, so not ulting as I see the 4 ult, but just holding it a bit, waiting, baiting the 4 in, and then when 4 is baited in, we can go ahead and go for the fight. Because if I would have straight up Terra ulted, they might have backed off, because that's a win for them if they can use 4 ult and then not Terra ult. So right here, place my wall kinda awkwardly, so Cabracken can't get in and get a stun, and we use Thunder on Cabracken, so he's just gonna end up dying here. It's pretty good play. Gonna use my med. Get knocked up by Fire Giant kinda hurts right now. So again, we're gonna reset to the portal. I think we're finally gonna get the portal this time. Right here could have looked for a stun on Amaterasu, but I end up blocking out the dash, and we're actually gonna end up killing her. So that's me looking for the stun, getting in front of her. That's kinda what you don't wanna do against Amaterasu. Get the med out, so we're just gonna make sure we get this Portal Demon finally. Look directly into the Medusa ult. Wanting to chase here, cause I say, okay guys, my ult is up, maybe we can do something, but get on better forts. So I guess I should talk about my build a bit. I'm gonna go straight into going to the Thieves. Scylla is not doing too much damage right now. We want physical protection against their team, as those are the main damage sources. You guys can see Cabracken is not going Voidstone or anything fancy. He's going for a really full defense build with just pure stats, no health. So right here it doesn't matter that I back with too much gold, because I'm gonna be back in so fast with Portal. You just wanna use the Portal to get back, get healthy. Again, if you're like really healthy, not really healthy, and don't have a lot of mana, you just wanna back. Like, then your gold doesn't matter too much. Even if the portal is not up and you can go through that, you should just back sometimes, unless a big objective like gold freeze up or something. I'm gonna look for the dash on Scylla and mid. Missed it sadly. It's gonna hit the stun though, and she's gonna get poked up. So I see Twig is kinda out of position, so I'm just gonna ult for him here. Try and help him out here. Gonna nutshell actually, so this is pretty bad for us as we're really overstayed. I believe... okay, that's only 1 kill here. So, pretty poor positioning from Twig there, and it is actually gonna end up costing us a gold fury right here in a bit. So this is what they wanna do, what Cyclone does really well. is that, I guess, Vote and Bladies or whatever they're called. They're really good at forcing advantages and making power plays when they're like 4v5 in this situation right here, as you guys are gonna end up seeing in a bit. So let me just go on this fight here. Right now EmilZy has full hardwood actually, before the regrowth. So right here they're gonna start up the gold. They have a Scylla ult, actually they don't, but they have Scylla 2 secure. So I'm just gonna dash in, try and block off the damage there, and then we're gonna try and steal the gold, but that secure is just a bit too good. However, we are gonna go for the Kraken kill here. I'm gonna get my mid out on the back line, since I know 4 is ulting, so I just wanna get the mid out, assert dominance, say 4, you're not gonna fucking land here, sorry for swearing. Because if you land here, we're gonna... you up. Oh, I didn't swear that time. So they're going a bit ham. The initial call here is to push mid, so I get a bit angry, like what the fuck are you doing? Why are we not going mid? So we have an advantage right here. They need to back. They got a gold free, but they haven't spent their gold yet, so I'm gonna force it really hard. So now the EmilZy dash out here, get the shell in before the EmilZy gets a huge hold. And then we call to reset right now. We use shell, but they use like the Ank Golem, and then we can reinitiate after all their effects are down. So we're gonna go really deep here. I'm actually not gonna kill the Kraken. I want to go for the fancy play here, so there's exploding my wall, which ends up going pretty badly. I'm just gonna dash through my free and get out there. Get the mid tower. So I should have just 2'd the Kraken. Would have probably killed him on to 2 and dash into it, but my dash was not. So that was pretty bad. But we are gonna get the full gauntlet, and again the pretty ball back gold wise 400. But again, it was a fight. So if you fight like that, it's like necessary. Get wards again. About wards, I'm gonna make a collab soon, I think, with Dukeslot, talking about wards and where they should be placed and stuff. It's gonna be on his channel, so I'll definitely link to that when that comes out. Here's again a really classic, really good Cyclone play. They go for the objective right here. That's the mid tower. I'm gonna try and stall them out a bit. Then we're actually gonna go really hard for them. They realized they could get that mid tower for free, but they got it a bit too slow, and now we're just gonna go really hard. We're not gonna get the EmilZy, we're gonna turn the focus to the Kraken. I do get a bit fucked here, missed the stun. Gonna go on the 4-year storm out. Should have exploded my 2 a bit earlier, but I'm gonna go in again. Try and go on EmilZy, but we can't really do anything, so we're gonna utilize our healing here. Just chill a bit, calling out, okay guys, my med is up. We can probably just push. A really good poke right there. Like, ensures, I think you say, that we can get the push. And we're pretty much just gonna push the mid tower for free, but it's gonna take us a long time. I think Nate mentioned this, how he's hitting the tower for like 30. I guess I'm putting the damage numbers off, but yeah. So again, I'm just gonna opt to go straight into magical defense here. Spirit Rope need is not that huge right now, as they're not really focusing me out in the fights. I have my reinforced griefs, even though Spirit Rope is a really good item. I know that Scylla and Kraken are starting to do a lot of damage, and as I'm mainly backlining in this game and Maniac frontlining, getting hardwood emulate up for my backline is gonna help us out quite a bit. So I want to point out how much anti-healing they actually have. They have a Brawler Speed Stick, they have a Divine Ruin, they even have the Cursed Ank, which are all really good items, and kudos to Cyclone for picking it up. So we have a lot of healing in our comp. We have 2 meditations, we have Terra free, we have the Terra ult, we have the Changa heal, like we have a lot of healing. So right here Nate is backing, he got Kins. So we know they're gonna go on this, but I'm just kinda, I don't wanna go full in as in Athrexis and base. Athrexis, Nate, you guys probably know that, but I'm just gonna say Nate when it's in fights, cause it's a bit faster. I'm just gonna go up there, assert some dominance again right here in the 4 as well. He's like, they're actually gonna step up pretty far, just make sure they don't poke me too much. Just 3 down, get some poke on both of them, dash out safely. So what we don't want to happen right here is that Kraken can go on us, but when they engage it's gonna be really obvious because they don't have any blinks on the team, so we are definitely gonna see the engage coming miles away. And now it's actually comes in with full red buff, comes in with Kins as well, so we're gonna have a pretty good fight here. Just pull the portal, can look for a fight, get the double stun right here on 4, so we're gonna call out going for 4. So now 4 is completely out of the fight, and everyone can just turn on the Kraken right here. Just gonna help my team out here, pop the shell a bit gently, get stunned again, and I'm gonna go and help Cyrus here, just let him out, try and make sure he comes out. Could have gone for 4, but I'm just gonna stay with my team. Sadly we don't get a kill here. So we're just gonna go get the portal. Finally a bit of a messy fight there, but we do get the pick. Actually we go straight fight then. Oh yeah. This is pretty good. So I get hit right here by the 3 unnecessary, but I don't get knocked up. When I say the 3, I mean the 5 and first hit, like when it's knocked up. So we're gonna get FG. They probably expect us to go straight portal, but we're gonna get portal now. Maniac TPing to the mid tower to make sure we don't lose that. And yeah, we're sitting on like quite a bit gold here. But the call right now is just, let's get our buffs, let's go send some persons over to defend gold. We want to push out right, trying to make sure they can't split push. We want to get a blue buff right here, making sure that they can't gain any advantage on the other side of the map, like taking away farm from us. Just get the farm on the one side of the map and then go and push on the other side of the map is kind of what we do right here. Kinda, where's the blue buff? I was a bit confused right here, but I'm gonna back. I'm gonna have enough gold for hard mode. So in these kind of scenarios right here, for a big push, just get your full aura item. Gonna actually go through the portal, dash through here. We get gold as well. Maybe I could have stayed, but I think it's pretty important I get to this fight. So I don't have a D-ward now, but it's pretty fine anyway. I'm just gonna push mid right here again. Push the minions in, just making sure they can split push. So I see that my team is fighting, calling out guys that don't have ult. You should be really careful in the real round. Again, this is just us playing a lot against the teams that split push in these kind of situations, which is actually pretty good to do. So we just make sure all the waves are pushed up. So this right here is how you play against split push. Go and push up the waves. Okay, so we know Cabrakan is pushing, but we know that Cabrakan has a really bad push compared to us. We have 5 people with FG, and that's a Cabrakan with full defense. So we're just gonna go ahead and push him. We're gonna fast out his TP here. So one thing I want to point out here is how obvious it is when they engage. So we just go for the hard reset, and then we go hard in again. I'm gonna use the Terra ult, hold it for a bit here as well. So you see that it's going ham. So I'm kinda holding the Terra ult right now. No need to use it early. And then as we reinitiate here, as we go in, I'm gonna use the Terra ult, making sure they use it as all ults going off. Kinda making sure my back stays fine here, get the med, keep tanking the tower, reset the tower, call it out, place down the heal on the tower, and you can see Maniac is going completely ham on the whole back line. That works out very well for us, where Maniac's zoning 3 people and almost killing all of them. Whereas we got their 2 frontliners, I guess you could say, besides that Fogger. So we're just gonna go ahead right here, pick up the Phoenix, place down the heal. Pretty good of road to shoot that out. So Cabrakan plays really far up right here, for kinda no reason whatsoever. So I'm just gonna place my 2, get the kill right here, go back in, get the Phoenix. No big problem. So big part of that, holding the Terra ult, knowing I use Terra ult when we go in, because they can't kill us when they run at us like that. Because we can just reset, we can just back out, use some relics. So I tried to use the 2 here, making sure that thinking Scylla would maybe go for root or something, but she actually does not go for that. So I'm just gonna end up blocking out my backline, shooting the Phoenix. I'm just gonna cancel it straight away. I'll smash them together. Again, make sure to gain all the farm on the map. Take that boss right here before backing. Make sure we go ahead and take the blue buff here as well. It's Trick, what's up bro? I want this blue buff, it's really good for me. So another thing that works out really well right here is how I have 2,100 gold. I can back sell my watch's gift, gets a full D-ward and get a full spirit rope. A full D-ward. Sounds really nice. So right now we realize we have a power play, we still have FG. Phoenix's fire minions, sorry, are pushing in. So we're just gonna go ahead right here, push up a bit. Getting the speed buff as well. So we're just kind of chilling right here, gonna push right in. Again, I'm just gonna watch out for my backline, try and hold my ult a bit as well, and make sure my relics are up so I can use them nicely, I guess you could say so. I heard that some people didn't like me going into like third person view in the fights. What is you? Let me know what your opinion on that is. Like just kind of commentating from up here, or do you want to just see it from my perspective solely? So we're gonna push the tower here, they're gonna go ahead and give it up. They can't really do much with 2 fire minion waves pushing. So I'm just gonna call right here. We placed the wards around FG, as you guys can see. We kind of placed the wards around here. So I'm gonna call, okay guys, let's just back out, get wards again. There's no reason not to do this. FG is not spawning. We don't want to go for that Phoenix anyway, when FG is down. And we're kind of waiting for FG. So it's like, we just used the 1 minute waiting time right here without FG to get back, grab new wards. Even though we can't buy any items, I guess I get my shell too, which actually, or shell, upgraded shell, which works out pretty well. But we're just gonna end up getting more D-wards, which means we'll have a ton of D-wards around here. As you guys can see, we make sure pretty much every spot is safe. We get D-wards all over. We get the free D-wards right here on the straight line, you guys can see. So we kind of have just a wall of wards right here. And then we have, of course, the defensive wards as well to make sure. So we're just gonna go and start up the FG. Place down my heal. And we know force holding right now, so it gets called out. Kind of split up a bit here. And the Osiris going ham. So they pop girdles, so I call go back out, back out, back out, back out. Then I use the Terra ult. And we go back in. That's actually a pretty good fight for them, but I just keep peeling the Cabrakan off my backline here. Go on the Cabrakan now as the Paul Limit kind of bugs out the attacks. But meanwhile, our Osiris and Juggernaut are just so fat they can go for that. So we can just go ahead right here, just end up the game. Call, let's go in with the fire minions. So yeah, not too much to talk about. My last item in this game probably would have been something like maybe a bubble, like whatever that is called, Magic Blessing or something like that. Probably would have just upgotten Frenzies before that. So we're gonna win this game, game 1, pretty clean game. Some bad fights around Portal, some really prolonged fights, which we didn't need to take, but besides that, it was a really clean game, and we're gonna end up taking game 1. So yeah, let's take a quick look at the stats and then call the VOD. So, yay, we won! Obey Alliance victory. So as you guys can see, we didn't do a lot of damage. You don't expect to do a lot of damage on Terra, but we did quite a bit of healing. Did like 22k healing in total between all of us. Good wards, top wards, only stat that matters. So again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe for these videos, and yeah, like the video, comment if you have anything you wanna ask, and I will definitely answer you. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on episode 6. Bye.